What's up, everybody? Chris here. We're going to get the audio and video all set up and squared away, just so there's no lag here if we can avoid it. Everybody in my neck of the woods is evidently on the internet this morning, so we're crushing the streaming. So let me know you're here. Make sure we're checked in. If y'all can just give me a thumbs up on the audio video, I will get started. I'm also going to make sure that I am locked and loaded on internet domination here in my own house. Yes. You know, the Google, a lot of streaming services do this now, but we use Google Wi-Fi at our house. Love it. And I can actually select that my computer and my setup gets priority over all of the devices in the house. That's been brilliant lately. Okay, so let's jump in here and get this thing going. We're going to talk a lot today about exactly how to get the right stuff done. So right now, I'm getting tons of questions about this, lots of questions in my messenger and in our mastermind and right here in the group, just in little messages underneath posts. We're getting traction, we're getting activity, but there's so much to do, right? You're doing way more than you used to do, and it's really getting to be overwhelming. And so how to actually figure out what the right things are to do, what you should focus on, and how to get that in a system that actually frees up your time really, really rapidly, okay? So yes, see, we're good to go. Thanks very much. Awesome. Great to see you all. Okay, so here's the basic, straightforward way to address this. There's really a couple of things that are important when it comes to figuring out what you should be doing right now. Obviously, sales and getting your offers figured out and getting new clients or getting your current clients up and running and kind of over the scare and back in the real world is so important. We've been talking a lot about that the past few days. That's a really big topic worth diving into. Check the videos out below, take a little time and kind of understand your offers, the sales process, how to get people moving and making decisions to engage you, your services, pay you, so you can help them, right? Okay, but let's talk about this overwhelm. There's so much going on right now. So let's just briefly talk through how this works. This is what I do on a pretty regular basis, and it works, it's simple, and it gets it done right now. So I make two lists, all right? We're gonna break this down into two things. First, the things that I wanna say yes to, and the things I want to say no to. All right. Now, these are really straightforward. It's not that hard. You just simply say, yes, I'm going to do this item. I'm definitely going to be prospecting, right? I'm definitely going to be working on offer creation. I'm definitely going to be working on figuring out the messaging. I'm definitely going to stay active in my markets. I'm definitely going to be helping my staff or people or whoever you got to work with, outsource people, stay engaged, stay on track, and get stuff done. Yes, those are important things, right? You're an entrepreneur, you're a leader. You got to do those things, particularly in this market right here. Even if you have outsized sales help or people helping you close those deals, prospecting, easy to outsource. But if you're closing right now, it's pretty important for you to be involved in the closing process right now because the closing is different than it was 2 weeks ago. Very doable. We're doing it frequently. It's just a matter of actually getting your head around that new thing. But there's lots of things we should say no to. I found myself yesterday right here on our beloved Facebook world, and I was watching somebody's video about something completely random, right? But my mind was tired. It was in the afternoon, and I was kind of just like, oh my gosh, I just want to break. And so I had it open. I was just scrolling through stuff, trying to get a little work done. I need to say no to all things social media right now. For me, I'm staying engaged in this group. I'm staying engaged with individual people that I'm messaging, but I'm not staying engaged. I don't even have the regular home screen on my Facebook set up anymore. Literally on my screen right now, I have saved in bookmarks. I have Elite Agency Inner Circle Facebook group as a bookmark at the top of my browser, and Facebook Messenger as a bookmark at the top of my browser. Those are the only two places on social media, on Facebook, that I'm allowing myself to go. That's it. Can't go anywhere else. I open my browser, I click one of those links so I don't get caught up in the normal news feed on my Facebook channel. That's just me, okay? I'm saying no to social media. I'm saying no to any distractions until 6 p.m. every day. I'm cutting it off every day at 6 p.m. Typically in my agency, I work a lot less than that. But right now, it's go time, right? There's so much opportunity. We're crushing that, and I want that. So I'm turning it off, though. I'm putting my phone down. I'm putting Facebook down. I'm putting Instagram down. All of it is being put down. I'm stopping at 6 every day. No to any midday distractions like hanging out with friends, I'm going for a walk with friends, stuff like that. I'm getting that done in the morning and I'm getting that done in the afternoon. I'm not doing it during work hours. Lots of things. Email. I am not checking my email. I am not checking my calendar. I am not checking anything that's internal system oriented in my business because I have somebody help me with that. If you got somebody helping you, say no and say no as much as you possibly can. All right. Just making sure I'm catching up with questions here. Anybody who needs me, make sure you jump in there and say something. So awesome. I'll see you there. Great to see you guys. All of you. It's awesome to see you. I'm glad you're here. We're doing this together. It's really fun to actually crush this thing and knock it out. Saying no is so important. All right. Anything you can, I'm going to get off the no's because it's kind of all about no, but anything you can possibly say no to, say no. Absolutely say no super fast right away. All right. Get it off your plate. Don't even think about it. The stuff you need to say yes to, there's really 3 categories that those fall into. Okay. So up here in the yes section, whatever you've said yes to, there's 3 things you got to do here. All right. So one is me. Can I do that thing? Should I do that thing? Is there anybody else I can hand that off to? Or am I the person right there? If it's me, awesome. Me it is. I'm going to do this. All right. That's a really, really big deal. I need to do the not prospecting. I need to do the sales calls. I need to be really involved in the offer creation process. I need to be involved in what we're writing, some of our copy, not because I'm a copywriter. I'm a horrible copywriter. Any of you read my stuff know that, but I need to make sure that the needs and feelings and wants of our market are engaging in our copy, that's at least there and present. So I need to be involved in some key things. If there's any strategy pieces or ways I can help our clients or people in our group, then I want to be involved in that. Or can I get some technology? The next thing up here is tech. Any tech that I can use, any automation, even the simple Google inbox filter to help filter out the junk, filter out all the crap that's in my inbox, which I don't check my inbox anymore, but I use those filters for my staff too, so they're not getting caught up in junk that we don't need. Anything I can use, scheduling apps, Zoom, inbox filters, process and task management stuff, just to clear the deck and not spend half a day setting up the tech, because tech is fun. I know we all love our systems and we all love building out new software, but what can I do to actually make this tech work for me and take things off the plate? So if I have to do it personally, then I'm doing it. That's honestly about 5 or 10% of my world right now. Okay. Most of it I can hand off. The stuff I do have to do, I am doing nonstop and a lot of it. Anything I can do with tech handles in our world, probably, I'd say, I'm guessing at these numbers right now, I'd say this handles probably 20% of the workload for us. A lot of what we do is very custom and very interactive. So some tech handles that. I don't mean like Facebook Messenger handling tech of a message versus an email. I mean, somebody's actually got to write the message in the messenger. It has to be actually present and real and honest, good answers. So there's me up here. I'm handling like 10%, let's say. Then there's the tech, let's say it's handling 20%. And then I've got staff, delegate, whatever you want to call it. Let's just say delegate. So I'm delegating, that could be to outsourced groups. It could be to Fiverr. It could be to Odesk. It could be to virtual staff members, VAs. It could be to somebody who's currently on your staff. It could be to your kids who are bored and at home and don't know what to do with their time. It could be to a partner or spouse who's out of work and would love to help out. Doesn't matter. If you can find a way to get your stuff down to what you do best that makes you money, say yes to those things, pass off everything else you can to tech, and delegate the other 70% or so, depending on how your process and structure works. That's really simple, but I'm telling you, this right here is really where it's at. The no section is probably going to clear out like 50% of what you're doing, not because you're not making wise choices, but because when our brains are overwhelmed and this busy and there's so much going on, that no section right there clears the deck for a lot of stuff. If it's not mission critical right now in a time like this, which we're finding to be an insanely, really, really amazing time. We're making money right now. This is fantastic because we've shifted over the past week to really learning how to build and generate new clients. So we're building in new clients. It's starting to happen. Our clients who actually downsized us last week have started giving us small projects. We're giving some creative ideas. We're helping them figure out what they can do next. We're getting business, all right? We're back on the horse again. Love that. But we've said no to an unbelievable amount of stuff that we were doing that was really cool, forward-thinking projects for us. Right now, we're down to the basics and we're getting it done. Of those things, the stuff that's left over, you do the stuff that is best for your skill set, that makes the most money for you and your group. And then you put some on tech as much as you can, because tech is the next cheapest option to get it off your plate. Paying $100 a month subscription to some technology is way better than, dropping money on a staff member who's more expensive. Not trying to knock the staff members at all. I love my staff. Oh my gosh, they're the best. But you got to make sure you're using your tech well. And then delegating anything that requires that human interaction or creative stuff that comes out of people and not tech a lot of times. All right. So that is super straightforward. I won't spend a whole lot more time on this because I want to make sure the biggest thing you're catching is say no. If it's personal discipline issues that you have, and you need to just quit doing Facebook, quit doing social, quit getting stuck on YouTube, then just simply block those sites on your browser. Just do whatever you got to do, but stay focused. You're going to be at that computer a lot today, right? We all are. And you're going to be fumbling around trying to figure out what to do maybe, or you're going to be focused, or you're going to be watching something, or you're going to spend some time catching up on somebody else's story. It's so important for you to stay in your zone, stay with your market, and execute. The ones of us who do this very effectively are the ones who succeed at a very high level with those super high profit margins that don't take a lot of time to actually run their agencies. Saying no is the biggest piece of that. And then learning to delegate and put the systems in place is the next big piece to that. But having something profitable to do is so important. Obviously, we're all working on that right now. But saying no to so much is so important. The people that you see and watch online that are influencing you and that are telling you the stories and selling to you, and the big leaders that you follow, they say no to an insane amount of stuff. They're masters at saying no. I've hired multiple coaches to teach me how to do that. It's really changed my life. So we're making and doing a lot of things, but it's because I do very, very, very few things with my time. I invest in a very small number of people at one time, but I invest all I've got right in those people and right in that creative process and do nothing else. All right. That's the ticket here. Learn to say no, and then get a little creative on passing off as much of the yeses as you can down the line so that you focus on the stuff that's absolutely most important for you. All right. I'm going to check the questions here to make sure we're getting stuff all taken care of. Let's see. What are some of the tech that you use? Yes, great question, Wes. So you definitely need a really good project management and task management suite. We use Wrike, W-R-I-K-E. Don't get hung up on which project or task management suite you use. Pick one if you don't have one. It's really helpful if you have even one person or one VA or one Odesk helper or Fiverr or whatever. It's really helpful to get into a digital project and task management suite. Make that swap. Pick the one that works for you. There's tons of them out there. They're always on your Facebook feed probably. They're always showing you what they can do. They all do about the same thing. I know some people are going to argue with me on that. Bottom line is they got to manage your priorities. They got to help you keep it simple. And most importantly, they got to help you communicate with your team and with your clients inside that system. It's all about the communication. Anybody can get stuff done in sticky notes. That's not hard. Paper systems are easy, but the communication that technology helps with is so important. Other tech we use or anything that we can do, again, it's all about communication for us. So if we can do something that's going to help our team communicate better, if there's an app, some people use Slack, we've chosen not to. We've played with it in the past. We might go back to that at some point here. Keeping things away from long, endless email threads that you have to kind of track down and figure out. Anything you can do to keep that conversation super streamlined, that's even better. When it comes to presentations and making sales stuff, things like that, I actually shifted away a couple of years ago from making presentations. I don't use any technology. Technology started slowing me down. I don't use any technology to build presentations. I literally never, ever send a presentation to a client. Have not done that in 3 or 4 years. There's no presentation in our structure. We have a price and we have a contract and we do the work. And we can talk about it, but we're not going to spend time building a presentation that we send to somebody. It took us 3 hours. Now they got to pick it apart. It comes back and forth. Some people love doing presentations, do it very effectively, and make a lot of money with presentations or proposals, just not us. I hope that helps a little bit, Wes. I could keep going, but I don't want to just distract people and go out and get something new just for the kick of getting something new. Communication. If I'm not doing it, then a communication tool so I can delegate it is really what I'm after. I want technology to connect people, and I want that to connect them well. All right. If you're a graphic designer or a video designer, obviously you have tech helping you. If you're a web designer, you have tech helping you. I'm sure there's tons of tools in your world that make your time more efficient. We just started using something called Geru, Geru. Been looking at it for a while. It's actually really on sale right now. Get a lifetime membership really cheap. Anyway, we use that to kind of envision the ways our market's tracking and what we're doing, how we're processing the offers and the sales that we're making, our sources coming in, the numbers we're generating, because we're offering a lot more things right now. And that's been a really good shift for us. It's been fun to watch and have that to work on. And we're looking at some video technology right now that will help us tell our stories better in video. But again, super simple. Keep it simple. Don't distract yourself with tech. Make sure you stay focused on building relationships, closing the deals, and then having your team help get that done. Tons of people out there right now. If you're looking for VAs, outsourcing options, so many talented people at Odesk in the VA world, locally in your market, no matter what industry you're in, so many people that are amazing are looking for extra gigs right now. If you can learn the really key point of getting that offer straightened out and getting that sales pitch right, you're going to kill it. You're going to just absolutely just crush it, because there's tons of people who can help you get it done who are so talented. The real skill set here is in getting that offer correct and making the approaches and going through the work of either building a community that funnels people through to you so you can close the deal, or going one at a time, or going referrals, whatever it is, going out and closing the deal. That's where the magic's out. Dennis, what do you mean by presentations? Yes, so I'm thinking presentations and proposals. So Dennis, I used to use like a deck of slides on an iPad or on the screen if we're sharing screen. If it was face-to-face, we might have a handout, something real and tangible. And we've completely shifted away from that about 4 years ago. We don't do any presentations, any proposals. We don't do any of that in any digital or print form. We literally have conversations and we agree to the thing that we're going to do, on how we're going to price it, what we're going to do. I literally might just jump on a whiteboard on a Zoom call or something like that and kind of sketch it out, like with shapes. And then we put that in a contract for our clients that are the larger full service clients. And that's it. But by the time they get that contract, like there's no decision to be made. We're done. We've already decisions. It's just simply a place to put a signature to agree on what we talked about. But we get all of that down there, and we don't use any kind of presentation software or proposal software, not even a Google Doc. I know that might sound crazy to some folks, but that's been extremely effective for us. Our closing rates go through the roof when we do that. It makes it more relational, and our profit margins go up. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to wrap this up today. You guys are always super fun to hang out with. I'm just hitting refresh one more time on my browser so I can make sure that I haven't missed anybody's questions. And remember, take a minute, breathe, get your priorities straightened out, calendar out the things that you know you have to do today. Like put the calendar block, I'm going to do this for an hour and I'm going to crush it, close the door, turn off everything I can, just get it done. Don't get distracted. And then do it, and then move to the next priority. Get your calendar blocked out, your priorities on your calendar. Breathe for a minute, get your head in the game. I have noticed, by the way, I don't know if anybody else is noticing this. A lot of people I'm talking to on Zoom calls are noticing the same thing. I've noticed that there's a definite shift in the market like right now. So last week here in the States, and it seemed like in Australia and definitely in the UK, there was this shift where people were kind of freaking out and tanking a little bit. All their clients were shifting around. All your clients might have been shifting around. Everybody was just, stop. Everybody froze. You may have done that. I sure did it for about 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden now this week has come on and people have kind of gotten over the rapid change that just happened. And people are trying to figure out how to go back to work, how to make money. You got to make money. Your clients got to make money. Their clients have got to make money. Everybody's in this little cycle. Everybody's kind of coming back online, not meaning literally on the internet, but back mentally online. and the business is starting to creep forward. We're still closing super high ticket deals, and we're still learning and figuring out those smaller niches, and we're starting to close some of those smaller deals to fill in for people who are struggling with the high ticket offers. But it's there. The markets are like springing back. It's not like they came back as fast, but the motion's there. I've got an insanely booked week of sales calls. We're crushing this thing. And last week they kind of tapered off for a few days. Like they all kind of shut down. We lost probably 2/3 of the sales calls. This week, everything is like back online, and my schedule is busier than it was 3 weeks ago. So I think people are back. They're a little more focused, definitely very interested in figuring out something, and they're moving on it and they're taking action. Amazing opportunities out there, guys and girls. I'm not here to be your motivational speaker. I am not a motivational speaker. If you watch my videos, I'm pretty tactical and pretty straightforward. Just here's the work, here's how you do it. But for real, like if you're the agency owner who stays in this game and learns how to crush it right now, you're going to come out like a rocket when this thing kind of starts wrapping up. And it's going to wrap up. The people who get stuck and stay in one spot and don't take action and don't take those big leaps forward are the ones who are really going to suffer and wish they had. And they're going to be dragging at the end of the market uptick. You have to be at the front of this thing. It's not an issue of investing in the stock market. I'm not talking about that. That's your thing. Go do it. Do what you want to do. I'm saying this is not gambling. This is not speculation. This is learn your market's needs now. When their needs are so obvious and right there, raw and ready to go, learn those needs, figure out how to make an offer that's compelling to those needs and sell it and do the work. Help them through the process, fix their need, solve it for them so they can get up and do the same. Keep that cycle going, and you will be your industry's leader. You'll be your market's leader. You'll be your community's leader. Just crush it. It's worth the time and effort right now. This is the sales season for all things you want in your agency. Everything you want in the future is on sale right now. It's easier than ever to capture. It's easier than ever to get. It's right there in front of you. It all looks different. I know it's a little confusing sometimes. It looks different, but right now the opportunities are hyper fresh and they're there. Okay. Haven't found one yet that's not been able to capture that. Even some of the restaurateurs that our clients work with, I don't directly work with any restaurants, but some of the ones that our clients are working with are being super creative, and the ones that are super creative in capturing their market's imagination. Oh my goodness. Like those are the ones I'm like, oh, I'd hate to be in restaurants. And now I'm like, oh my goodness, I see the opportunities. It's there. It's going to be a little sucky for a while, but it's so there. And their competitors are going to drop out and they're going to own the street. Like the opportunity is there. You just got to outlast it, not just by gritting your teeth and bearing it, but by being very proactive and creative and get out there and own that market. Okay, we could talk niches and all that all day long, but oh yeah, it's right here. Okay, I don't see any more questions. I'm hitting refresh one more time. In the next few days, I'm going to try to figure out Zoom. I do Zoom all the time, but I've never done Zoom onto Facebook. I think that'll help with some of the sketchiness that Facebook experiences. Facebook Lives are just kind of rough, and I want this to be smoother for you guys and girls. So let's figure that out. Refreshed. We're good on the questions. Peace out. Have a fantastic day. It's Wednesday, the 25th. I will see you all on Thursday, 10 a.m. Central, and we will talk more then about mindset, making those offers, getting those sales in place, and all the stuff that's working. What's for lunch, Wes? That's not a come on, Wes. What's for lunch, Wes? I actually don't know. I wish I did know. I'm kind of hungry, but I'm going to go out in the kitchen and rustle something up. All right. Great seeing you guys. Talk to y'all soon. Bye. Oh, there we go. Now I can say bye.